So let's do some fascial maneuvers today. Today we will also be discussing the importance and what do we do and what is the main foundation while doing all the fascial maneuvers and all the organ resets. So when we do any fascial maneuver or the organ resets, we keep in mind that we have our spinal pelvic lock in. What does it mean? Spinal pelvic lock activates your core and it pulls up all the bones to the center of your body, engaging your core and your pelvis to provide a foundation for the external movement and for the fascial release. So, spinal pelvic lock is when you pull your belly button into your spine, you push your belly button into your spine, or you pull up your sex organs, or it is like holding your pee. So let's do the spinal pelvic lock in and let's walk and see how it affects our movement and how it affects the stability of our body. So now as I have my spinal pelvic lock in, I feel that my spine is much more straight and I do not bend or lean forward, or it is a most stable foundation. Also, let's discuss that our body is divided into zones and there are principle of threes. So what is it? There are three zones of our body, that is our body is divided into three zones. There is the zone 1, that is the head and the neck, which is for the awareness, for your perception, for your nervous system. The zone 2 is your torso and your core, which is for the movement, for your stability, for breathing. Zone 3 is the legs and your pelvis, that is the lower body. It is for providing the movement, for your interaction with the ground, and for your balance. Also, our hands and our feet are divided into the principle of threes, that is, 1 is the wrist, 2 is the forearm, and 3 is the upper arm. So 1, 2, 3. Now for the legs, the upper leg 1, the shin 2, and the feet or the ankle, that is the 3. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we know this and our body knows this because our body is an integrated system, all connected by fascia, because fascia holds up our organs, our nervous system, our vessels, our bones, and everything inside our fascia. And fascia is a very intelligent organ. It communicates, holds your emotions and your memory. So, when there is a change in pressure in any one zone of the body, you will affect simultaneously the pressure shift in the other part of the body. Because as we discussed, that fascia is what drives the movement and it connects every single thing in your body, every tiny cell in your body. So now let's directly get into the fascial maneuvers. First, we will start off with the palate swipe. So, palate swipe is a very powerful fascial maneuver that reduces the tension in your zone 1, that is your head and in your neck. Also, it is very essential for releasing the tension in your jaw, in your ears, your ear. You feel after doing the palate swipe, you may feel your ears have popped out, or it releases the tension in the head by readjusting the cranial bones. It releases the tension in your C1, C2 at the back of the neck, that is the base of your skull, and you will feel more mental clarity. There is a sense of relaxation in your nervous system, and as you feel relaxed in your zone 1, your zone 2 and zone 3 are also affected. That is, it also releases and improves your breathing. It also releases the tension in your hips and your legs. So let's get into the palate swipe. Stand with your feet shoulders width apart, not too wide, not too close. Now we engage the spinal pelvic lock in. Push your belly button to your spine, hold your P, or pull your sex organs up. So now the spinal pelvic lock is engaged. I cross my right feet over my left feet. Cross my right feet over my left feet. My right hand on my left shoulder, my left hand on my right shoulder. Now with my right hand, I push against the roof of my mouth, that is the palate, 6 times from right to left, keeping my spinal pelvic lock engaged. Okay, and we breathe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now unwind your hands and legs and walk. It's important that you walk in a figure 8, because when we walk in a figure 8, our body is naturally designed to adapt to this movement, and it is more relaxing, and it helps to integrate the movement that we just did, so we do not go back to our old tension patterns. So this was palate swipe. Now we can also go back in the opposite direction, making an 8. As I move, my left shoulder and my right shoulder balances, my both sides of the hip balances, my both hemispheres of the brain balances, my entire body. So everything is interconnected. So after doing the palate swipe, I feel that there is a release in my head, my jaw, and my ears. I can see more bright. The room has become more brighter for me. Also, there is a release in my hips. As I walked, I felt that my hips have also had that pressure shift, and there is a very calming sensation in the head. Now let's get on to the other movement, which is the totally twisted. So totally twisted is a full body fascial reset. It is a global reset for reducing the stress, the tension in your body, which also mimics the fetal position. So the totally twisted is utilizing the counter rotation with the intentional breathing patterns. We use different intentional breathing patterns to simultaneously bring the stress level down and provide a sense of calmness to your nervous system, your entire body. So it not only releases the tension in your head zone 1, it also releases the tension in your zone 2 and your zone 3. So we can say that it relieves the tension in the neck, in your head, in your shoulders. Your breathing capacity has improved. It improves your digestion. It improves your hip posture and the movement of your hips and the rotation, and also your legs, and provides and promotes a grounding sensation when you do it. So let's get into totally twisted. Stand with your feet shoulders width apart. Engage your spinal pelvic lock in. Push in your belly button to your spine, or hold your P. Okay, now we cross our right foot over the left foot. Right foot over the left foot. You can also widen your stance if you have a balance issue. Okay, then you take your right hand, put it under your left armpit, left arm on top of your right shoulder. Hug yourself firmly. Engage the spinal pelvic lock in. Now your spine is straight. Keep your shoulders relaxed and your eyes open, so that you do not have any balance issue and you would not shift or fall onto one side. Now in this position, we turn our head to the left first and our body to the right. This is the counter rotation which we do. And then we breathe in, we push our tongue into our left cheek in the tension spot like this, and we breathe in through the nose and out through the nose 6 times. So we push into our cheek with our tongue, left cheek, and breathe in through the nose and out through the nose 6 times. Now relax your tongue. Purse your lips like you are sipping through a straw. Twist your head further to the left and your body to the right. Engage the spinal pelvic lock in. Keep your eyes open. Relax your shoulders. And take 3 intentional stage breaths. Breathe in through the mouth. Hold. Twist further. One more. Breathe in. Hold and twist. Exhale. We do 2 more stage breaths. So breathe in through the mouth. Hold. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe in. Twist further, head to the left, body to the right. Exhale. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Spinal pelvic lock in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Hold and twist further. Breathe in. Exhale. Twist further, head to the left, body to the right. Engage your spinal pelvic lock in. As a reminder, lock your eyes on one place over your left shoulder. You can be on the ground. Don't close your eyes to maintain the balance. Now we breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth 6 times, and we twist further with every exhale. Breathe in through the nose, out. 2, in, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. Now slowly come back to center. Keep your hands and legs where they are. You might feel a little lightheaded. It's normal. Try to keep your toes firmly grounded on the floor for balance. Okay, now we keep our spinal pelvic lock in, engaged. Turn your head to the right and your upper body, your torso to the left. Stick your tongue in your right cheek on the tension spot. Breathe in through the nose, out through the nose 6 times. Relax your tongue, purse your lips, and breathe in through the mouth. We do 3 stage breaths, breathing in through the mouth and out through the mouth. So breathing in and hold, breathe in, hold, breathe in, hold, one more, twist further, head to the right, body to the left, and exhale. We do this 2 more times. Breathe in through the mouth. Hold. One more. One more. Exhale. Now one last time. Breathe in through the mouth. Hold. Breathe in. Hold. Twist further. Breathe in. Exhale. Now we breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth 6 times. Lock your eyes on one place over your right shoulder on the ground. Do not close your eyes. Keep your spinal pelvic lock engaged. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Slowly come back to center and unwind. Walk around. If you don't have space, you can move your body from side to side or walk in a figure eight, or move your hands in a figure eight. This allows the body to integrate the changes and the tension that we just released from the body. I feel much more relaxed and more high. Oof. Now we do it on the other side. So stand with your feet shoulders width apart. Your left leg, cross your left leg over your right leg. Your left hand on your under your right armpit, your right hand over on your left shoulder. Keep your spinal pelvic lock engaged. Turn your head to the left and your body, upper body to the right. We breathe, push in with your tongue on the left side of your cheek on the tension spot. Breathe in through the nose, out through the nose 6 times. So push in with your tongue and breathe in through the nose, out through the nose 6 times. Relax your tongue, pursing your lips. We do the 3 stage breaths. Breathe in through the mouth. Hold. Breathe in. Hold. One more. Twist further, head to the left, body to the right, and exhale. Relax your shoulders. Keep your spinal pelvic lock engaged. Breathe in through the mouth. Hold. Twist. Breathe in. One more. Exhale. Now last time. Breathe in. One more. Hold and twist further. Breathe in. Exhale. Now lock your eyes on one spot over your left shoulder. We breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth 6 times. Keep your eyes open. Keep your spinal pelvic lock engaged. Relax your shoulders. So breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. One more, in, out. Now slowly come back to center with your torso and keep your hands and legs where they are. Hug yourself firmly. Keep your spinal pelvic lock engaged. Now turn your head to the right, your upper body to the left. Keep your feet grounded. Now now lock your push your tongue on the right cheek, in the tension spot. So we push our tongue in the right cheek and we breathe in through the nose and out through the nose 6 times. Relax your tongue, purse in your lips, and breathe in through the mouth and out. We breathe in and hold. Breathe in through the mouth, hold in, hold. One more. Exhale. Repeat it 2 more times. Breathe in through the mouth, hold, twist further, breathe in, hold, breathe in, hold, twist further, head to the right, body to the left, exhale. Breathe in through the mouth, hold, one more, hold, last one, exhale. Now lock your eyes on one spot over your right shoulder. We breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth 6 times. So breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Keep your spinal pelvic lock engaged. Breathe in through the nose, out. Twist further, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. One more, in, out through the mouth. Now we can advance the movement. We take 3 stage breaths. So breathe in through the mouth. Keep the tension. Your head to the right, body to the left. Breathe in through the mouth. Hold. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe in. Now hinge at the hips, holding your breath. Head to the right, body to the left. Bend as much as you can and exhale. Now twist further and breathe in through the mouth and out through the mouth 3 times. Now bend your knees. You can rest your arms or your elbows onto your knees and twist further and breathe through the mouth, out through the mouth. And slowly come on up and unwind and walk. You might feel light-headed. Walk in a figure 8 to integrate the changes. I'm getting all sweaty. It gives that metabolic effect on your body. You can also move your body from side to side. Move your arms in a figure 8. It helps to integrate the changes and prevents the body from going back into the tension patterns. So now after doing the totally twisted, I'm feeling much more cleared up at my head, in my neck, in my shoulders. My breathing has improved. So let's breathe in through the nose deeply. You can feel that your lungs can expand much more efficiently now. There is also a release in the hips. When we hinged at the hips and we advanced the movement, that is, we advanced the totally twisted. So we are creating more space within our lower back and our legs and our at the back of the legs. So with that we are opening up those tiny compressions that happen because of sitting for long hours for work or for due to a sedentary lifestyle. So this can help to improve the hip posture and improve the mobility of the hip joint as well. You might feel a tension at the back of your knees on doing the totally twisted, so we can work on that later. Now let's get on to the other movement, which is the anti-gravity. So anti-gravity is a full spinal decompression. That is, it engages all the zones of the body, the zone 1, 2 and 3. And with the counter rotation and the breath, we are creating more space in the lungs. We are opening up the diaphragm, and it also helps to digest better and improving your bowel functions. It improves the lung capacity, it improves your flexibility, and improves the knee and the feet movement, the internal and the external rotation, and the movement of the body. So overall function of the body. So if I do one fascial maneuver in the entire day, if I had only some time to do just 2 to 3 minutes or 4 minutes, I would go for the anti-gravity. It is basically utilizing the gravity and the counter rotation to balance the pressure internally and the externally. And as we breathe in and move, we pin and lock the fascia, and all these things together, they open up those areas and those joints of the body that are restricted. So let's get into the anti-gravity. Stand with your feet shoulders width apart. Engage your spinal pelvic lock in. Interlock your hands and fingers like this. You can keep your thumb close together. If you cannot, it's okay for now. So take it at the back of the neck, just at the base of your skull. So pull the skin up and lock it at the base of the skull. So lock it there. We pull the skin up. Do not push the skin forward. Keep pulling the skin at the back of the neck. Engage your spinal pelvic lock in. Look up. Open up your elbows wide, chest out, and elbows above the head. We breathe in through the mouth and out through the mouth 3 times. So breathe in through the mouth, out, in, out, in, out. Keep your knees straight. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth 3 times. In through the nose, out, in, out, in, out. Now keep pulling the skin at the back of your neck and bring your chin to chest. Tuck in your chin and your elbows. Keep your spinal pelvic lock engaged. Breathe in through the mouth. Keep your chin tucked and look slowly to the right, keeping your hips in place. Slowly come back to center. Exhale. Breathe in through the mouth. Look to the left slowly with your chin tucked. Keep your pelvis in place. Slowly come back to center and exhale through the mouth. Repeat this 2 more times on each side, keeping your chin tucked and spinal pelvic lock in. Breathe in through the mouth. right, down, exhale, in, left, down, exhale, in, right, in, left, down, exhale. Now widen your stance and hinge at the hips, and now here slightly bend the knees, push your butt back to the wall behind you and push your chin away from your hips. Open your elbows wide, look up, keep pulling the skin at the back of your neck, engage your spinal pelvic lock in. Now breathe in through the mouth, look to the right as far as you can without moving your knees. Come back to center, down, exhale, in, left, come down, exhale. Repeat this 2 more times on each side. Right, exhale, left, down, exhale. If you are moving your hips like this, you can push in your knees to maintain that posture and the balance so that your knees do not move. Now breathe in through the mouth, right, down, exhale, in, left, exhale. Now keep pulling the skin at the back of your neck and go down into a full squat. Tuck your knees and elbows in between your knee. Tuck your elbows and your chin in between your knees. Breathe in through the mouth 3 times and out through the mouth. In through the mouth, out. Curl into a ball. Compress yourself and keep the spinal pelvic lock engaged. Breathe in through the mouth, out through the mouth, in through the mouth, out. Now in through the nose and out through the mouth 3 times. In through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out, in, out. Now slowly lift your butt up. Keep your head down and your elbows hanging down. Wait here for some time. Relax your body and slowly uncurl one vertebrae at a time, keeping your head being the last thing to come up. Slowly come on up, look up, open your elbows wide. Stay here for some time, wait, enjoy the sensation, that high feeling. Let your body come back and we relax and unwind. Walk. Oof, I'm getting all sweaty. It increases your heart rate. We walk to integrate the changes. I feel that my breathing has improved and my lung capacity has improved. It improves the blood volume in your lungs. As you breathe and you move, you have pinned and locked the fascia. Every single thing is working and communicating with your fascia. Your fascia actually communicates with everything in your body. I'm feeling much more grounded and cleared in my head, and the neck tension has also reduced, while my hips are also feeling much more aligned and at space. You can also feel that the flexibility of the joints will have also improved by now. So now we have done the palate swipe, we did the totally twisted, we have done the anti-gravity. Now let's move on to the next fascial maneuver, which is the swinger. So for the swinger, we do the counter rotation and the breath. With the breath and the counter rotation, the fascia is now releasing the tension between your shoulders and your hip. So when you pin and lock the fascia on one part of your body, like on your elbow, you are creating a shift in the other side of the body. So if I pin and lock the fascia on my left elbow, I have a sensation on my right knee. My left elbow and my right knee are interconnected. My right elbow and my left knee are connected. This is how the fascia works, because fascia connects every part of your body. So when you are pinning and locking the fascia on one part of the body, it will create a ripple effect on the other part of the body, signaling the body that everything is connected, so as to create more space between the joints while you move and breathe and counter rotate. So swinger is was originally designed uh, for the people who play the rotational sports, or for the golf players, or for the swing and the throw motion. So it helps to release the tension in your shoulders, in your hips, and in your lower back. It also reduces the tension and prevents the the stagnation, and it improves the bowel function. So overall, the entire body is benefiting from this maneuver. It balances out your knees and your hips altogether, maintaining the internal pressure and the external pressure with the rotation and the breathing. So let's get into the swinger. So we stand with the feet shoulders width apart. Keep your spinal pelvic lock engaged. Dangle your hands in front. Slightly bend the knees. Your palms facing towards you. Now push your butt back, and so that your fingertips are touching your kneecap. Your shoulders back, chest out, head up. Right hand goes on your left shoulder. With the left hand, you grab the skin of your right elbow. Right elbow, that is, we wrap our entire palm of our left hand, grab the entire elbow like this, and we pull the skin forward and to the elbow joint. We lock it in place. I turn my head first to the right and my upper body, my torso, to the left. I do not move my entire legs like this. I keep my knees locked in one place and my hips stable. I only turn my head to the right, my upper body to the left, and then I go deep down into a squat and twist as further as I can. Breathe in 6 times, in through the mouth, out through the mouth. Breathe in through the mouth, out, in, out. Relax your shoulders, in, out, in, out, in, out. One more, in, out. Now slowly come on up, unwind and walk around. It really improves your breathing function and the shoulder and your hip mobility. So walk around. I'm feeling lightheaded and cleared up in my head at the same time. There is that grounding and a calming sensation. So as I pinned, stretch and locked the fascia on my right hand, I feel a pressure, or there is a change and there is a pressure shift in my left knee. I can feel it. You do this and you can feel it on your left knee. So as I moved my body, I twisted, I rotated, counter rotated, and then I hinged at the hips and I pushed my butt back and I squat. I felt that one side of my shoulder and the one side of my hips are creating more space in between and improving my breathing function, my intestines, the functions of your intestine, your stomach, your diaphragm, everything opens up, and the fascia reduces the tension and the restriction. So let's get on to the other side. Let's do it on the other side. Stand with your feet shoulders width apart. Keep your spinal pelvic lock engaged. Dangle your hands in front. Slightly bend the knees, your palm facing towards you of your hands. Now push your butt back and touch your fingertips to your knees. My left hand goes onto my right shoulder, and with my right hand I grab with my entire palm the elbow and I push and I pull the skin forward and I lock it in place. I pull it to my elbow joint and I lock it in place. I turn my head to the left, keeping my spinal pelvic lock engaged and my knees in place and my hips in place. Turn my upper body to the right as far as I can. Rotate and twist. Push your butt back and go into a squat. You can rest your left elbow onto your right knee if you can bend further. Now breathe in and out through the mouth 6 times. Breathe in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. One more, in, out. Now we can advance the movement by moving either of the legs. That is, you can move your left leg back or your right leg back. I move my left leg back and twist further and breathe. Slowly come on up, unwind. That gives a head rush. You'll feel a little dizzy after this because it pushes all the air into your lungs and your lower body. So your lungs open up, the lower part of your rib cage that gets restricted due to sitting a lot, this gets opened up in this while doing swinger. Also your lower back gets opened up when you hinge at the hips and when you push your butt back and go into a squat. So everything is feeling amazing right now. Let's walk a little more. You can go into another movement once you feel that you have come back into your body. Allow your body to come back and integrate the changes. So once you feel settled, you can go into another movement. I feel that my hips are much more stable now. Due to the injuries and all, I feel that there is a lot of compression and there is a lot of tension in my hips and in my shoulders. So I feel a simultaneous release from my jaw to my neck down, and it goes straight also into my pelvis and to my hips, the glutes, and then down to my knees and my legs and my ankle. So a lot more grounded and at peace. Now let's get into another movement for today, which is the pullover. So pullover is designed in such a way that it releases the tension of the shoulder and the hips on one side of the body, while elongating and making more space in between for your lungs, for your intestines, for your stomach, for your diaphragm, for all your for your digestive issues. It is very essential if you do it. If you have digestive issues, if you have distension, or if you have any intestinal issues, because it decompresses the intestines, it improves the bowel function, it elongates your spine, and it makes you much more flexible, and it's like gives you that feeling of release. Once you do it, you will feel it. So let's get into it directly. Stand with your feet shoulders width apart. Engage your spinal pelvic lock in. Now with my left hand, I go onto the outer side of my shoulder blades. That is, you can see on the outer side of my shoulder blades. This is my shoulder blades here. So where your shoulder blade ends, there is a meaty part, and you grab the skin over there, and if you pull it up as if you're pulling a string up from the back, so you will feel as if you're pulling up from the back of your glutes. It's coming from all the way up. So you pull the skin up. Okay, with your left hand, pull the skin up on the outside of your shoulder blades and lock it in place. Now with my right hand, I grab my left side of the rib cage, and I pull the skin in, keeping my spinal pelvic lock engaged and the tension with the hands on both sides, because if I lose the grip, I lose the tension, and then you have to re-grip all over again, and you lose the effect if you lose the grip. So let's keep the tension and maintain the tension. Now I turn my head to the right and lift my right shoulder slightly up, keeping my hips in place. I do not move my hips. Slightly bend the knees. Lift your right shoulder even higher as far as you can, as high as up you can. Now breathe in through the mouth 3 times, 3 stage breaths. One more. Hold and bring your right shoulder onto your left knee by pushing your butt back and coming into a squat. You can rest your right elbow on your left knee, head to the right, and exhale. Now in this position, we maintain the tension, head to the right and body twisted on counter rotating to the left. Breathe in through the mouth, out through the mouth 6 times. Breathe in, out, deep in, out, 3 in, out, in, out, in, out. One more, in, out. Slowly come on up. Relax, unwind, shake out your hands. Your hands can get a bit tired due to holding up the tension and the grip. It's okay. Move our body from side to side. So as I did that, I stretched the skin on the right side of my shoulder and my left. So I compressed my body, and as I breathe in and out deeply, creating more internal expansion and release at the same time. Also, I feel a little bit taller because because my spine has become decompressed now, and I feel my abdomen relaxed, and also my hips feel a little looser. My breathing function has also improved. Okay, let's do it on the left side, on the other side of the body. With my right hand, I pull the skin just outside my left shoulder. Just outside my left shoulder blade. I pull the skin up and I lock it in place. Out on the meaty part, just outside my shoulder blade. Lock it in place. Maintain the grip. With the left hand, grab your right rib cage. Pull the skin inward and lock both the hands in place. Keep your spinal pelvic lock engaged and turn your head to the left. Lift your left shoulder little high. Slightly bend the knees. Lift your left shoulder higher. Do not move your hips. Keep your hips in place. Now breathe in 3 stage breaths through the mouth. One more. One more. Hold and bring your left shoulder onto your right knee, keeping your head to the left. Squat and push your butt back and exhale. So push your butt back properly, hinging at the hips and coming into a squat. Rest your left elbow onto your right knee. Turn your head to the left. Breathe in and out through the mouth 6 times. Breathe in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Now slowly come on up and unwind. Shake out your hands. Move in a figure 8. Now we have done so many movements. It is very important to integrate the changes. You might be feeling more high, more euphoric. It's like all the blood rush and into your head, into your lungs, into your hip, into your legs. There is a release in every part of your body from your head to toe, even your fingers and your wrists and every single thing. So once you come back into your body, we can go on to the other movement. It's very important to come back into your body before moving on to the other maneuver. Okay. Now let's get into the pretzel squat. So pretzel squat is very essential and it is a very deep acting and a very important fascial maneuver to open up your hips to your adductors, to your cord, down into your knees, into your to stabilize your knees, to your foot, to your ankles. And also there is an effect on the upper part of the body, that is your rib cage. Your breathing improves, your digestion improves, your hips have opened up, your lower back tension has reduced, then your shoulders feel relaxed and your neck and everything is aligned in your body. We do all the maneuvers by keeping the spinal pelvic lock in to balance the external movement and to maintain the fascial release as we do the movement. So keep your feet together, with your feet together. Now with your right feet, with the heel of your right feet, you bring it in the center of your left feet, that is the arch of your left feet. Step out 3 feet with your right 3 feet with your right feet. Keep that position in that direction. We do not change it in the entire movement. Keep your knees locked. Turn your body and engage your spinal pelvic lock in. As a reminder, turn your upper body to the right. Stick your left hand outwards and your right hand goes on to your butt cheek. Turn your head to the left. Try to drop your nose to the ground in between your legs, or so that you feel a stretch, and you push in with your right hand onto your butt cheek, on your right leg. You feel a stretch on the outside of your left leg. Once you feel the stretch on the outside of your right leg, the stretch on the outside of your right leg, your left hand goes onto your shoulder, your right hand goes at the back in between your shoulder blades, palm facing outward. I turn my head to the left, my body to the right. With the same feet position, I go down deep into squat, turning my body to the right more and head to the left. Breathe in and out through the mouth 6 times. Breathe in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. One more, in, out. Switch your arms and your head. Right hand goes onto your left shoulder, left hand goes at the back between your shoulder blades, palm facing out, head to the right. Lean more towards your right feet and breathe in and out through the mouth 6 times. You can pulse while you breathe, and it improves your hip mobility. So breathe in through the mouth, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Slowly come on up. Oof, the jello legs. Unwind and walk. Enjoy your jello legs. We can pulse with our thighs and our hips when we are deep into the squat, so as to it can also help you divert, because you are feeling so much of tension in your knees or around your knees or in your legs that you would want to escape. So in order to be focused and to be in the movement, you can pulse simultaneously. It also helps you to improve the blood function into your hips. See how your hips feel now. Also your shoulders and your hips. My shoulders have already become relaxed. My head has also become a lot cleared up now, and my hips are much more relaxed. I am feeling very high. So let's wait for a moment until I come back into my body before we get on with the other side. Okay. If you do not have much space, you can just move in one place or move your hands in a figure eight and try to integrate the movement. It feels more calming and relaxing. Okay, so let's get on into the other side. Stand with your feet close together. With your left feet, make a T with your right. With the left feet, you push your heel, place your heel next to the arch of your right feet and move 3 feet away with your left feet. You can also keep your feet closer to maintain much more tension or pressure into the hips. Now keep your legs in this way. Keep your knees locked. Engage your spinal pelvic lock in. Turn your body to the left. Stick your left hand out and right hand out, and your left hand goes onto your left butt cheek. Turn your head to the right. Try to drop your nose in between the ground, pushing in with your left butt cheek into your left leg so that you feel a pressure on the outside of your left leg. Once the pressure builds up on the outside of your left leg, put your right hand on your left shoulder. left hand back between the shoulder blades, palm facing out, head to the right, body to the left. Now go deep down into the squat, pushing your butt back, head to the right, body to the left. Breathe in and out through the mouth 6 times. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Switch your hand and your legs and your head. Left hand, right shoulder, right hand at the back, palm facing outward between your shoulder blades. Head to the left. Turn your body, shift your weight more to the left leg, and breathe in and out through the mouth 6 times. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Slowly come on up, unwind. Oof. The head rush. Wow. Now you'll feel more balanced as you walk. You can feel that your hips are feeling more aligned, and I can feel the tension at the back of my lower back has reduced. Feeling more high at the moment. Shoulder tension has reduced, and my hands are moving more freely. My legs are moving more freely, although there is some tension at the back of the knee due to lot of squatting, but we can work on that too. So this was pretzel squat. So let's do another powerful fascial maneuver, which is the twisty wristy. So twisty wristy is a fascial maneuver which will help to release the tension in your entire arm, that is from your fingers to your wrist, into your upper arm, into your forearm, to your upper arm, and to your shoulders, and down to your hips, that is your lower back and your hips. So this maneuver is the one that releases the tension in your entire body. So let's get into twisty wristy. We stand comfortably with your feet and your toes on the ground, grounded. Engage your spinal pelvic lock in. You can, with your knees straight, stick your right hand out, palm facing up. With your left hand, grab the fingers of your right hand and pull it towards you. It can be painful, but it also helps with the release afterward, and the pain is also reduced. So pull the fingers towards you, and now we are creating a tension in my wrist and in the upper arm. So the tension is going into the upper arm and the shoulders as I pull my fingers in. Then I bend my elbow and I bring my elbow to the right side of my rib cage and lock it in place, keeping the tension with your left hand on your right hand fingers and the elbow locked in beside your ribs. Twist, turn the fingers outward, lift your right shoulder up and pin your fingers down. Now turn your head to the left. You can widen your stance a bit. Push your butt back and you can bend forward or go into a squat. Turn your body to the right, head to the left. You can rest your right hand on your left hip. Twist and breathe in and out through the mouth 6 times. Maintain the grip and the tension with your hands on the fingers. If you lose the grip, you lose the tension. Breathe in through the mouth. out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Now slowly come on up, unwind, shake out your hands. It can be painful when you stretch the fingers. There is a tension build up in your wrist that goes up into your shoulders, and when you hinge at the hips, the fluid moves through your shoulders in and your lower back. So now let's walk and see what has changed. I can feel the entire release in my right side, my right hip, my right shoulder, my hands, my fingers, my right side of the neck and the head. It feels all relaxed and loosened up. I feel the left side is much heavier now. The right side is looser. So let's do it on the other side. Stick your left hand out. Grab your fingers of the left hand with your right hand. Pull the fingers towards you and bend your left elbow, and bring it towards your left rib cage. Lock it in place. Keep the spinal pelvic lock engaged. Twist, turn the fingers outward. Keep the tension with your hands on your fingers. Lift your left shoulder up and pin your fingers down. Now it is locked. Turn your head to the right, upper body to the left. Push your butt back and you can go into a squat, or you can just bend forward. Now breathe in and out through the mouth 6 times. Breathe in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Slowly come on up. Relax, shake out your hands and walk. Let's integrate the changes. Now right and the left side has become balanced. The right side of the hip, the left hip, both shoulders have dropped down, and the arms feel a lot looser and lighter. Bounce and see the flexibility and the mobility has improved. So this is twisty wristy. One thing about twisty wristy is that you can do it once on one side, or if you have more tension on the other side of your body, you can do it twice on the other side. And we can relate this because we have the masculine side of the body and the feminine side of the body. The masculine side of the body is the right side of the body, which is more towards the responsibilities towards others, towards work or leadership. So if you have tension, if you have more stress, tension on the right side of your body, you can do the twisty wristy on the right side of the body. It will help you to release the tension and the stress on the right side and maintain the balance. Whereas the left side of the body is the feminine side of the body, which is more connected with the emotional imbalance or the emotional responsibilities like nurturing or caretaking or internal balance. So if your left side is more stiff or more towards the emotional burdens and all, you can do it the twisted wristy on the left side to release the tension and feel much relaxed on the left side, and your feminine side is restored, and the balance is restored on the feminine side. Now we are done with the twisty wristy, so let's get into the another fascial maneuver, which is the wrist release. So wrist release is, we do release for the wrist and the arms, but it not only causes a release in your wrist and the arms, but it goes down to your hips and to your entire body. Basically, if you release the tension in your shoulders or your hands, the other parts of the body are also affected simultaneously, because this fascia is in our body is working in spirals. So if we counter rotate and uh, we are breathing with the counter rotation, so we are creating a ripple effect on the other part of the body as well. This helps to release the tension in the other parts of the body also, simultaneously causing a release and feeling at peace. So let's do the wrist release. Stick your Take your right hand up, palm facing towards you. Grab the wrist of your right hand with your left hand. Grab the wrist with your entire hand and twist the fascia or the skin of the wrist of your right hand out, and rotate your hand in the opposite direction. And now you can down take your hand down and push your hand through as if you want to put in a glove. So now you are doing the counter rotation, and there is a you are pushing your hand through. So there are three different movement and the rotation. Now move your fingers and breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, while doing all movement hinging at the hips, or going into a squat or moving around. So breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth 6 times. You can rest your right hand on your right thighs and push your hand through more. You can do more than 6 breaths over here. Taking your hand above your head and moving it in all directions. You can pull and push your hand through and push your hips back to get more effect. For that more sensation, now relax and shake out your hands and move. Walk. Feel the changes in your right hand, your right hips, your lower back, your knees and your chest. The breathing has improved with the shoulders becoming loose. My hand is much lighter, and there is a difference, great difference. Even though we just did the twisty wristy and we released the wrist and we did the maneuver for the hands, but still there is another release which we can feel after doing the wrist release. So it is completely a different feeling. There is more release with this. So when I do the release on, or when I work on the right side of my body, I can also feel the pressure has changed on the left side of my body, and it is also diverting towards the left side of my body, trying to maintain the internal pressure and the external pressure with the movement. Now let's do the wrist release on the left side. Take your right hand up, palm facing towards you. Grab the wrist of your left hand with your right hand. Now twist the wrist, twist the fascia outward and lock it in place. Twist the skin of your wrist outward and lock it in place. Turn your hand inward in the opposite direction. Counter rotate. Now keeping the counter rotation, bring your hands down and Push your left hand through as if you want to put in a glove. Now move your fingers and your hand, maintaining the counter rotation and the pushing of the hand through, and breathing in and out through the in through the nose, out through the mouth. And you can hinge at the hips and move in all directions. So breathe in and out. You can rest your arms on your left thigh and push through more with your left hand. Now push your left hand more further away from your hips and push your hips further so as to counter move the body and stretch and get more of a stretch in your midsection and your lower back. Bring it above your head. I like to squat when doing this because it also helps my hips to open up. Now relax, shake your hands out and walk. I can feel my back elongated as I squatted and I pushed my hand through and my hips in the opposite direction, elongating my midsection. So it feels great. My left shoulder has also become lighter with my left hip all the way up and down. That is, the upper part of the body and the lower part of the body becomes balanced when you do it on both the side. It tries to balance. Now the pressure is moving from left, right, inside, and it's like becoming all balanced and keeping my hips aligned and my feet more grounded, improving the clarity of your mind. So wrist release not only helps to release the tension in your wrist, your arms, in your shoulders, but it helps to clear up the brain fog. It helps to reduce the anxiety. It helps to improve the mobility of your fingers and your knees, your feet feels, the toes of your feet feels more grounded, and so it has a great effect and an impact on your nervous system as well. So try it and see the release for yourself. Now let's get on to the other fascial maneuver, which is the elbow torque. So for the elbow torque, we are twisting the fascia on the elbow, pinning, locking and stretching the fascia on the one side of the elbow, which creates a pressure and the pressure shift on my opposite knee. How? I am twisting the fascia on my left elbow, for example, and I can feel the pressure change, shift in my right knee. Your elbow is very much connected to your knee and your hips. So we know this because, as we discussed, that this fascia is very much connecting every single part of your body, your muscles, your bones, your entire organ system. So that ripple effect goes down into your hips and your knees, creating a release and reducing the restriction of the fascia due to any reason. It can be due to the restriction of the fascia, can be due to sitting for a long periods of time, it can be due to dehydration, due to lack of movement, or anything else, or any injuries. So let's do the elbow torque. With your right hand, stand with your feet shoulders width apart. Pull in your spinal pelvic lock. Your right hand goes onto your right trap. Place your hand on your right shoulder or your right trap and bring your elbow up. With your left hand, grab the elbow, entire elbow of your right hand with your left palm and twist the fascia out. You're twisting the fascia out, that is the skin of the elbow out with your entire hand. Grab it properly and twist the fascia out and maintain that tension. Now we move in all the directions, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. So breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. You can do it more than 6 times. You can hinge at the hips. Push your hip back and move from left to right. Maintain the tension and the grip. The torque pattern on the elbow. Okay, now relax the arms, shake out your hands and go for a walk. Now walk and see the changes. We have already done 2 maneuvers for the arms, but this one has a completely different effect, because when I am torquing the fascia or the skin on my elbow, it is building up a pressure in my upper arm and into my shoulders and into my shoulder blades as well, going down into my lower back and my hips, creating more space for for all the other organs and for the joints to move more efficiently, because of the internal pressure. And by pinning and locking the fascia and doing the movement with the counter rotation, we are creating a release. Now let's do it on the other side, the left side. Place your left hand on your left trap or your left shoulder. Grab with your right hand the entire palm of your hand. Grab the elbow of your left hand. Keep your spinal pelvic lock engaged. Twist the fascia out to the left and move and breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Move in all directions. Keep the tension with your hands on the fascia, torquing the fascia. Now you can squat or bend your knees and hinge forwards. You can go into a squat. As I do this, I can feel that blood rush in from my arms into my shoulder, into my upper back. Now relax and shake out your hands into my upper back, and it is going also into my abdomen, front part of your into your torso. It has also affected my right knee. My left elbow torque has caused a pressure shift and a release in my right knee. When I did it on my left elbow, I felt a release on my left knee. So it is amazing how fascia connects your entire body, and how fascia is such an intelligent organ. It is so intelligent. It has memory. It stores your emotions, your trauma. So every part of your body stores the trauma and emotions. It's not just the brain that is having the stress. So when you do these maneuvers, you are releasing the stress from your entire body, because we are locking, pinning, stretching the fascia of one side of the body, or we are maintaining the tension on one side of the body, while causing with the movement and the breath, we are pushing the breath and causing the internal expansion in those areas of the body or those parts of the fascia which are restricted. So it is like opening up your entire fascial network. Now both you may feel the alignment and the posture of your hips, that is both the hips feel much more aligned and the knees are much more stable. Okay, now we are going to advance the elbow talk by taking it overhead. So we call this overhead elbow talk. So let's do it on the right side first. Take your right hand, put it on your right trap or your right shoulder. With your left hand, grab the entire elbow joint and twist the fascia out, and we take the elbow up above our head. Keep your spinal pelvic lock engaged. This will enhance the movement and keep the foundation of the movement and more internal and the external release. So talking the fascia on the elbow, taking it overhead. Now move in all directions. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. You can bend your knees and hinge at the hips, pushing your butt back. You can also tilt your body to the left and turn your head to the right and twist the fascia or talk the elbow. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Bend more to the left and head to the right. You can also keep your head in the center and bend. Relax, unwind, and move around. Now, after the elbow talk, the overhead elbow talk has much more of a release to do with your torso. That is, when we did the elbow talk, it released the pressure in my arms, into my shoulders, down into my hips. But when I took the talk, when I talked the elbow out and then I took the my elbow up over my head, I diverted the pressure more towards my torso, that is into my lungs, my ribs, my hips, my intestines, my kidneys. So everything is simultaneously affected just by making one simple movement or and pairing it with the breath and the counter rotation, pinning and locking. You are creating much more release into other part of the body. Our body is a pressurized system, so the pressure changes in our body from one side to the other side. You can also feel that when you did it on the right side, I feel a release at the back of my neck, into the back of my head, my back, neck, my entire back and the front of the left side of my body is released now. Let's do it on the other side. Left hand on your left trap, right hand with your entire palm, grab the elbow and torque the fascia out. Take the torque, first you torque the fascia and then you take it overhead. Engage your spinal pelvic lock in. Take your torqued elbow above your head. Move and breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. You can also bring it down and move in all directions like this, from up, down, hinging at the hips, squatting, pushing your butt back. Now I can go into a squat, bend my knees, push my butt back, bend my upper body to the right and turn my head to the left and breathe. Bend more to the right. Breathe. Now breathe in through the mouth and out through the mouth. Now relax your arms and walk. We did an intentional breathing in through the mouth and out through the mouth to see what more changes can we do in the body just by changing the breath with the movement. So when I did the in through the mouth and out through the mouth breathing, we pushed the pressure more into our lower body, into our hips, into our glutes, your thighs, and all those areas in your leg, lower body, knees, down to your shin, to your ankle. So there is a release there is a different release when you do in through the nose, out through the mouth, and then you pair it up with in through the mouth and out through the mouth. So I was simultaneously causing a release in my upper body with my lower body to maintain that balance internal pressure. So now both the sides are much more balanced. You can just bounce a bit and see your body, how it has changed. My knees feel much more stable, and my hips, my ankles, my feet, my lower back, there is a space created between my shoulder and my lower back. That is what is the impact of your of doing the overhead elbow talk. That is you push all the tension and you are pushing the pressure into your torso, your kidneys, your intestines, simultaneously making more space for the joints to move and the organs, and improving the breathing with that. Now we are moving on to the another fascial maneuver, which is the arm pull. So arm pull has a lot to do with your posture and with your release in your shoulder to your entire body, because when you work on one part of the body, the other part of the body has to move and the accommodate for the space, to create more space with the breath. And the fascia, as the fascia moves in those restricted areas, we are creating more space for the joints to move more freely, thereby creating more sensation of that physical and the mental well-being. There is a calmness in your nervous system also. So let's just get into the arm pull and see the changes ourselves. With your right hand, first we do it on the right hand. With your left hand, grab just as close to your armpit. Grab with your entire hand, left hand, your biceps. We are going to twist the fascia out, talk the fascia out, turn the skin outward and lock it in place. Now we are going to push the hand down. Simultaneously, we are turning the hand inwards. First we twist the fascia out, we turn the hand in, we pull the hand down, and then we push the hand down and we pull the shoulder, right shoulder up. So there is the 4 different types of rotation and the movement that we are doing. So let's do it again. With the left hand on my bicep of the right hand, I grab it, I twist the fascia out, I turn my hand, right hand inward, counter rotate, then I push my hand down and I pull my shoulders up. There is push, pull, there is counter rotation of the hands. Now I move in different directions and I breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. You can move your hips as well. See how the pressure changes when you push into your right hip and when you push into your left hip. Now relax. Shake out your hands. It can be a little tiring for your hands to do these maneuvers, but over time your body adjusts to the changes and adapts to the movement as you do it every single day. Now rotate and try to move your right hand and your right leg and see how it feels. Your right hand is much, it's much more flexible, and I can rotate my arms freely. There is a release in the entire arm, as if my right hand has dropped down and my left shoulder is still having tension even after doing so much of the arm releases. Also, my entire left side of the body, my left lower body, is feeling the same release from my head to my body. Now let's move for some time. Move from side to side. Integrate the changes. We want to lock in the new pattern that we have released the stress from my body, and we want our brain to lock that in. Okay, once you are back into your body and you feel relaxed, now let's go on to the other side. We do the arm pull on the left hand. Grab with the right hand the bicep of your left hand. Twist the fascia of your bicep of your left hand out. Turn the left hand inward. Counter rotation is done. Now push your hand down with your right hand, maintaining the counter rotation. Now pull your left shoulder up. So we are doing 4 movements here. Right hand torquing the fascia out, left hand counter rotating in. With my right hand I am pushing it down, and with my left shoulder I am pulling my left shoulder up. Now maintaining that, we breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth and move in all directions. Move your hips side to side. Now let's breathe in through the mouth and out through the mouth. Twist the fascia further, shoulder up, hand down, counter rotate and breathe in through the mouth, out through the mouth. Move. You can also hinge at the hips. Now relax your arms, shake out your arms, and walk. Now let's walk in a figure 8 to integrate the changes. Feel the changes. Now walk in the opposite direction, making an 8. As you walk, you can feel that both sides of your body are trying to balance, and there is an alignment in both sides of the body. It is amazing how the fascia works to manage and maintain the balance, the stability of the body, the movement, the internal pressure, the external pressure, and the release in the joints, and how the breath with the movement goes deep into those layers of the fascia and causes the release in the deep tissue layers. Also, we there is a thing that we left out, was that there is the outer layer of the fascia and the inner layer of the fascia. See, outer layer of the fascia is where you can just stretch the skin, you pull the skin, you stretch the skin, you move it around. So the outer layer of the fascia is just beneath your skin. So as you move and stretch the skin, you are working with the outer layer of the fascia. But when you are pinning the bone, or you are talking the fascia around it, or you are moving in the direction, so we are working with the inner and the deep layers of the fascia that are surrounding the bones and the deep tissue layers, which will further cause the more internal expansion and the space for the joints to move. So as we pin and lock the joints on one part of the body, we are allowing the other joints in the body and the other parts of the body to move and accommodate and make more space for the organs and the joints, and release the fascia in that area, thereby getting rid of the tension and those stored trauma and the stress. Whenever you do any of the fascial maneuvers, it has an effect on your entire body. It releases your stress up to, I feel that it releases the stress 90% of the stress just by doing the fascial maneuvers, like the totally twisted, or even if you do the twisty wristy or the wrist release, it simultaneously causes a release and a relaxation, calming relaxation in your entire nervous system and your body.